What's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
It's air dried like a dog. Anyways, so what's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
It's air dried like a dog. Anyways, so what's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
It's air dried like a dog. Anyways, so what's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
It's air dried like a dog. Anyways, so what's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
It's air dried like a dog. Anyways, so What's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
Just air dried like a dog.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
We're unmuted. Good. I just had to check. I'm like, oh no, did I unmute us? Because you know me, not unmuting anybody, including myself. Oh, good audio wise. Good. Yay. Yay.
We were just talking about my son just basically endlessly eating and then getting an upset tummy. He hasn't done that recently, but it just has happened, and that he like pukes sometimes because he's just can't stop eating, and not because it's out of like self-control or anything. It's just more like I think he thinks he's hungry, and I give him snacks, and then he just like, I don't know, can't stop, won't stop, maybe, or he's bored, or he just doesn't want to like listen to his body's triggers yet.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Anyways, how did we sleep last night?
I slept great, actually.
I slept good.
Shockingly.
Yeah.
I think it's because
really good.
I've seen these movies like honestly quite a bit. And I think what helps me is that so far, at least yet, we don't know what the demon like looks like, I think that's something that causes me to have bad sleeps after like watching a scary movie, because like normally the thing has a face,
Sure.
and then I like envision myself seeing that thing like in the room, or I'm like, when I open my eyes, the demon's going to be in front of my face, and then I have bad sleeps because of that. But because there's nothing to picture,
right,
it's not that bad,
Yeah, totally, I agree. It's also like, I think what I keep having, so for those of you who are wondering, it's in our title as well. We watched
we should probably start that.
Yeah.
We're all just sleeping fine.
I'm gonna change the "Am I the Asshole" little overlay I have over here as well, just a sec. But we watched Paranormal Activity, a group of us, and Paranormal Activity 2 last night.
Yeah.
Back to back, baby, with a pee break in between.
That was awesome.
And I think we all, even though it was a spooky story, I think we all really enjoyed the experience.
Yeah, it was really fun to like watch it with everybody. Like, I don't know, I just love like as a group when like we watch something. It's so much fun because like we all like comment on it, and like some people have seen it, some people haven't seen it, and I don't know, it's just really fun.
I feel like I was talking a lot through our chat. I couldn't help myself.
Go for it. Like, I love it.
I was like, ew.
Yeah,
we'd all get on that tangent about 3 a.m. because most stuff would be happening at 3 a.m. Hello.
The witching hour. It's when like the creatures, the nightly ghosty demon things have the most power, if you believe in that shit. But it's the darkest time of night, supposedly. Which is why they have the most, like, they can do the worst things at 3.
Ugh.
That's just a thing.
Ugh.
And I found that out because of these movies. Because my friends and I, oh my God, would watch as a group and, like, be like, oh, this is happening at this time. Let's Google what that time means. Or, like, let's look it up. And, like, we would look at everything.
Analyze
everything in these movies. Like,
I love it.
We were obsessed with them. Obsessed.
Yeah. So good.
Such a good franchise.
I can't wait to watch the rest of them. I'm like definitely sitting here like eager to see the third one. I just watched the trailer before we started podcast, actually, because I was kind of curious, and I got like heebie-jeebies again, just like watching the trailer, like ooh. And it's like, I don't know. I think gets me with these movies is that I do believe that this could happen. Maybe not necessarily
to this extent.
The murderous part of it, or like the transferring part of it. But definitely some of the like the weird like ghostly doors and stuff, and maybe
Yeah.
like the weight of the presence on you. Because there's, I mean, I don't know. I do believe in that for sure. So I don't fuck with that shit. No
Nah.
Ouija boards.
Mm-mm.
No. I mean, I actually have never saged. Well, I think
Smudge.
I've saged it now, but I normally sage every house before I actually move into it.
Really?
Yeah, I've always had a habit of that just because I believe that it's good to cleanse a home of whatever might have been in there
Yeah.
previously, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah,
What
for
if it's
sure.
just past that like that time mark that someone had uh committed suicide or was
Yeah.
murdered or whatever, because there's a time frame of people who have to like disclose that on like a lease agreement or whatever. But I think that eventually at a certain time
Technically,
you don't have to, right?
technically, actually, because I asked my boss about it, going, "What do we do if someone like legit dies, like in a suite? Do we
Yeah,
do
that's a good
we
question to
do we
ask.
disclose that? Like, of course, the rules are different everywhere. Like in different
Sure.
provinces, it's different. It's different if you're buying a home versus like if you're gonna rent a home.
Okay.
And we do not technically have to disclose the fact that someone has died there.
Oh, that's creepy.
But we will, because eventually if someone like moves in, they're going to talk to the people around them, and
They're
they're going
gonna
to find
know.
out. So might as well just be upfront and be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Look, I don't know if this is a big deal to you, but blah 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 blah." Exactly.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Exactly. So like I asked her, because like in this job, luckily so far, knock on wood, I personally have not have to have dealt with a dead person. Not yet.
Hmm.
But it will happen. Everyone that has worked in this job for an extended time has come across a dead body. It's a thing. Like our boss, like right now, she's had to deal with, I think, 3.
Damn.
Like 1 here and 2 at her other building. Yeah, you are the ones with
Yeah.
the
And
keys,
if you're not,
exactly.
yeah, and if you're not in contact with anyone for like a certain amount of time or whatever, you kind of have to do like a welfare check in a sense
Um,
to.
it depends on the
It
situation,
depends.
really. Like if like someone's like for instance, like I had someone call up and ask me, can I go check on their kid, because the dad was technically on this lease too. So he's like, could you go check on
Oh.
blah blah blah. I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. I knocked on the door and I went in, which I shouldn't have
Oh.
done. I didn't find anything, but I thought I was going to, because her place was trashed.
Oh
Like
no.
stuff on the floor, like it was like there was no floor. It was all clothes. And
Yeah.
like I'm like, "Oh my god, did someone break in and trash your place and murder her?" Or like, "What the hell is this?" So I like
Yeah.
went like looking around, and I'm like, "It looks there's no one here, but the place is a mess." So I called her dad back, and I'm like, there's no one there, but I don't know if this is a big thing or not, but her place is just, there's clothes and stuff everywhere. And he's like, I know it's a problem. We've been dealing with it. So it's just, she's a messy person. But in hindsight,
Basically, she's just a mess.
she's just a mess. But in hindsight, I should never have done that. I should have told the
Right.
father, you need to call the cops and you need them to come and
Mm,
do it. I will go up there with them. I will unlock the door and let them go in. And then I stay
right.
outside. But no one's ever asked me to do one, so I didn't know what the rules were. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, I could have walked in on
And all
somebody
your
dead on the floor.
DNA, your dinner would have been there.
Well, like not even that, but like I've never seen a dead body.
Yeah.
Like I don't know
Yeah.
how to deal
Ah,
with that.
fuck. God, of course, gonna have to open the door right then.
Course, Kona, God.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, so like inevitably in this
It's a
job,
time and a half.
you will come across a dead body. Everyone's
Yeah.
had. Yeah, everyone has.
Yeah.
Like except for us so far, which thank God. Thank God. but like our previous boss, she has come across, I think, four
Dang.
people, and like some of them were just they were old, some of them were of uh, uh, other circumstances. But like you always
Mm.
like keep an eye on like the older people, and we'll all be like, hey, have you seen, let's say, I don't know, George? Have you guys seen George for like the past few days? No, no. Let's like give him a little phone call, or like email, be like, hey, how's it going? Like we always check up on people if like we know
Yeah,
that there's some like elderly people, and
that's cool.
if we haven't actually seen them for like quite a while, we're like, oh dear, oh my god, oh my god,
Uh-oh.
are they okay? But luckily, so far,
Ugh,
so far, we haven't had to deal with it. But yeah, I can't remember how we got onto this topic.
I don't either. But
Uh, we were
seeing a
talking
dead
about like
body is a
paranormal
trip.
activity.
Yes. And yeah.
Yeah, like
So I
yeah,
have to
no,
just talk about something just real quick because there
go
was
for it.
that school shooting,
Yeah,
right?
another one. Shocker.
God, right? Oh, it's
America,
just so stressful.
what you do in America?
Oh my God, it's so stressful. um, because anyways, I'm not we're not debating here, but
No,
they shared because there could be people who want to debate, but like that's just
we're not doing it.
there's no need for one. Okay.
There's no door here.
Anyways, um, they like totally shared like
Yup.
footage of the killer getting like killed, and like
Yeah.
then they showed today. I saw some footage of like the killer like walking through the building and like breaking
Yeah.
the
I
glass
saw that
doors, and
too.
I'm just like that shit's been like kind of running through my head a lot. And they just finally disclosed the pictures of like the victims I saw today, and it's just like I don't know. I just really sad, and I just want to like take a moment for them that
Yeah.
passed because I just think that's really just a bummer,
But
and it's
like,
fucked up.
how many has there been this year alone?
Too
Too
many,
many.
dude. It's only, I mean,
It's
we're into
only
the
for
fourth month of munch,
the fourth month of
fourth
the year.
month of the year. um, yeah. So not to be like all on the sad side of things, but
But like, it's real.
it's the
It's what
reality
happened.
of it all. And America has got to get I'm in America, obviously, but like because I don't want to like really contribute to being part of my country because this is just really hard.
They gotta fix their shit.
Yeah,
Like,
we
what the
do.
fuck?
We do. And I feel like I'm grateful that I live in the state that I do, even though like sometimes it's almost a little too progressive, you know? Like right now there's a big deal where in California, which is great, I guess. For the climate, of course, you want to preserve the climate, but we're banning like small motors that have gas, so everything has to be electric now. And that's
Mm,
kind of like tough because California doesn't really have the most resourceful power grid. So you're
yeah.
just kind of sitting here like, okay, but the one plus is that in the state is they do make you do a lot of like courses, safety courses and things like that before you can get a
Mm,
weapon, which is better than other places. So I'm grateful that I live in that kind of state, but that doesn't mean there's for a lack of like there's still going to be shootings and there still has been shootings and just things like that. It's not going to reduce it, but like it's at least there's some states that are progressive in that way enough to where there isn't just gun tootin', rootin' tootin', redneck and hootin' hollering going on. And no
yeah,
offense, but
exactly.
like that's
Off-
kind of been the
Offense. Go
flow of
right
a
ahead.
lot of them.
Like,
So
as I've said numerous times, you don't need guns, and especially the guns that
mm-mm,
like these people have. You do not
mm-hmm,
need those guns. Like for instance, Canada has banned. So like if you have like a handgun, you can no longer buy or sell that gun that you currently have.
oh,
For instance, like Jordan, he has like a two handguns, and
sure,
it's like he can't sell them. So if he wants to get rid of his like gun license because he has to renew it every whatever years, And it does cost a fair amount of cash. And like to have a gun, you have to have a license. And if you don't have that, you cannot have that gun, essentially.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if I don't want to own this now, I can't sell this thing. What do I do with it? And it costs like a fair chunk to buy it. So I don't really want to give it up.
Yeah,
But
seriously.
like, they're not going to give you money though for that. So now you've wasted a bunch of money. Like if they're going to pay you out for it, then sure, yeah, you can have the guns, but that's a waste. So like he's kind of just stuck in this spot of like, no, they won't buy it,
always
but that's
keep
the
the
reality.
license.
But it's still fucking annoying. Like there's no like it's still annoying. Like because now he's trapped of like, well, now I'm fucked. Now I have to get this license. So
Yeah.
and like there's nowhere here. Like it's not like in Saskatoon where like the gun range was like super close. It's pretty far from here.
Yeah.
It's
Because
a
you utilize it as often.
exactly. So like it's
Yeah.
kind of like a waste of time in having it, but at the same time he's like
I can't get rid of it.
I can't get rid of it now.
It's not like you can sell it. You wouldn't be able to sell it illegally, like,
And we wouldn't because
or whatever to like
hell
America.
no.
You know, there would be no. Just you couldn't do it.
Exactly. Like I don't know. It's just it's shitty, but like
Yeah.
America
Yeah.
like clearly needs to do something. Clearly,
I agree.
Like how many school shootings do they need to finally like change something?
Like, how many children need to get murdered?
Exactly.
It just blows my and staff.
And staff,
People
like,
who are there like caring for these children and teaching them.
and like that kid that's
I mean,
six I mean like years old that shot is I'm a teacher. Like what the fuck? Like America, get your shit together, okay? Like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, don't want the whole like the podcast to be like a debate or discussion.
No.
We all know how we all feel about this. We all know.
Yes.
We all know.
It's
We all know it's
smart.
fucked up.
And what's real about this. Let's leave it there. So, but yeah, paranormal activity.
Paranormal activity. Let's talk about
First
ghosties.
and second last night.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. We were talking about dead bodies for some reason. I think that's what we were talking about. I
Yeah,
don't know
maybe.
why
Maybe
before
because of that cam stuff. Like the body cam stuff, and then I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
I think I asked you if something about work with dead bodies. Either way, we'll see eventually.
Well,
It's really
like, we'll
interesting
watch
to
it
see
back.
how we go into these fucking toilet bowl. It's like, where are we
Seriously.
going? We don't know.
Seriously. But I
yeah.
had a question about like a kind of like paranormal activity-esque type of thing.
Okay.
So let's say that your house is haunted, okay? Like kind of the
Okay.
same aspect of the
Oof,
movie.
scary.
And like you were all like, this is in my family, this is an ongoing issue. Like you were like fully on board. And then Kona turns around and he's like, nah, that's all bullshit. Like if he fully did not like grasp what you're telling him, would not like take it in, would not even like just play along even. How would you feel about that?
Well, I feel like I know he already wouldn't until like there was like a good example that it was real. So,
But like even with the movie, like there was like plenty of examples of this shit's real, and Mika's like, this is stupid, and I'm like, you're an idiot. Like, what if like that was the case where like there's clear proof that something's happening, and he's still like, nah, this is all bullshit.
I'd probably go crazy.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
how Katie kind of did.
A little. I think I relate to Katie like a lot.
I do
actually.
too. I feel so bad for her throughout the entire thing because like he's such
Yeah.
a douchebag. Like, sure,
Yeah.
you may not think ghosts and shit's real, but like there's clearly something going on.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. I definitely think that I would react a lot like her, in fact. Especially when she's pissed and he's like kind of mocking her at first, and then he like
Yeah.
is trying to come back and take, like, oh,
But
I'm sorry, but not really.
exactly. Like that makes me like that part of the movie
Ugh.
makes me so angry every time. Like
Mm.
Jordan and I have talked several times about this because, like I said, we watch these movies pretty like once a year. We go through a thing, and like
Sure.
we talked about it, and
Yeah.
we agree that if we move into a place and one of us feels that shit's going down, we're serious. We're not screwing around. So like
Yeah.
we're on the same page, like even prior to any ghostly business like happening. But like we're on board that like yeah, if shit goes down, we're not gonna be like that douchebag.
I can say that, no offense to Kona, love you, but he was definitely very like skeptical, like Mika was in the movie until, I want to say until recently, and I don't know, but like we've had some weird experiences happen after my mom passed,
Oh yeah.
and ever since those few experiences, I think it's made him a little less skeptical, a little bit more open-minded. So I think
Mm.
it would be, I think 5 years ago, for example, a year ago really, but like let's be nice, like 5 years ago or stuff, I would have dealt with the Mika. I want to call
Yeah.
him Micah, the Mika. That would have been Kona for sure, and I would have
Really. That's
been,
so
oh yeah,
frustrating.
hundred
That's so
percent, because he would
frustrating.
have been like, until maybe there was a good, like, if I think if something like I think if something abrupt like a door slamming shut and no one was around and
Yeah.
it woke him up too, I do believe that he would reconsider. Unlike Mika, I think it would take him quicker to come to, and I think things would change, but like
Good.
definitely very skeptical at first.
Mm. Makes sense. Makes
Kind of like the
sense.
dad in number two, or
Yeah.
the
But like
husband guy.
the
He was
husband
very
slash that.
skeptical and he really bugged me though.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he was like, whoa, I see what's
But
happening,
like he kind of
right?
realized it a little bit like a little too late. They could
Exactly.
have had that
Way
all
too late.
fixed. I think like way sooner if they kept that
Hmm.
Spanish nanny in. Like it would have been
Yeah,
fine.
I agree. But that's the kind of like,
But
yeah,
he did like say,
he did
"Oh,
call her back.
he did call her back," and he like
Hmm.
accepted that he was wrong, but
Hmm.
he still died.
I mean,
But to be
all
fair,
the men keep dying.
they pulled the ultimate dick move. Let's pass it
Yeah.
on to our sister. Like,
Fucked up.
how could you do that?
But it has to stay in the family, right?
Yeah, it has to stay in the family.
So that sucks.
I know, but like, and like the whole
They weren't
reason
gonna give it
that,
to the baby.
well, the whole reason that the ghost like started like going nuts again after like so many years was because they had a boy. That's why the
Yeah.
ghost, that like why he was going nuts, because it was the first boy in like centuries or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting all
so
excited.
yeah, and because like, oh, that's my baby, like type
Yeah.
of thing. Like that's what that whole thing was,
Hmm.
and why he started like acting up so much after being asleep for so long.
Being possessed by that child.
Yes.
Like Katie coming. Oh gosh, that's just so creepy.
Oh, wait till
She's,
wait
I
till the
can't.
fourth.
I can't remember if I saw the same ending we saw on the first one.
There's two endings, and I'm pretty sure the ending that was on the Prime was the main ending.
Main one.
Was a original. There's
What was
two.
the other one? Do you
The
remember
two
the alternate is?
endings was like, I think she drags his body away.
Outside?
Yeah, it was
Or
the OG ending. It was the OG ending, but what's
I feel like
the
I
other
kind of
ending?
remember her pulling. I feel like I remember one where she's like pulling him
I'm
outside
pretty
or
sure
something,
the
or
other ending.
downstairs.
I don't know why two endings. You know, like sometimes they do that, like kind of like with um Legend. They filmed
Hmm.
two endings to that one too, which the other one, like not the main one, was so much better. And they're going like with that other ending with like this new movie that's actually coming out. They're like, let's ditch the one we originally showed and go with the other one, which I'm like, good. You should have from the start.
A book too, and I think it the way the movie originally ended was like off or something. I never read the book, but like I was told that it was not
the
way
way
it
that the
been.
movie originally was done was ended was like, I call it the most American way to end a movie. Let's fight the zombies head on, just punch them out like that.
Let's go, motherfuckers!
Like, to me, that's the most like like, I'm like, this is so on brand for you guys, but okay. But then the other one, they like ended it with like Will Smith giving like the female, they're not like actual like zombies, but the thing,
or whatever,
the female back to like her husband, partner, soulmate thing, and then like they kind of like go their separate ways, and Will Smith is like, I guess we're not like the top of the food chain or whatever, and I'm like, that's such a better ending.
Yeah, way better.
But yeah, for like Paranormal 1, there was 2 endings, and I think the second one was she dragged his body out the door, and then they just disappeared. Yeah, and then the one that we saw with her like being all like rah is like the original ending.
Oh, there's a theatrical, an original, and an alternate.
Oh, there's 3.
Hold on, I'm gonna copy these.
Hold on a minute.
And you can put it on. We can put it on stream. Why not?
Let's do it. Dun, dun, dun.
Pause it on.
So we're gonna lose. I'm gonna Cleese's beautiful face then. Sorry.
That's okay.
Oops. No. YouTube. Not hockey commercials. Where is the things window capture?
It's like tiny me in the corner. Wow, I'm freaking sorry.
Where is she?
Nose hair booger just going on right there. Like made my eye like.
That was okay. I think that this is actually gonna work today.
Look at us.
Where I can have both of them up this time. Because last time it's like no, this does not work. We don't like this. Let me make sure the sound's on. I don't know if like you can hear it or not, but
I can hear it on the browser. It'll be like a second delayed, but no big deal.
I'm just gonna watch the ending.
It's quiet.
I'm turning it up. There's no sound right now. So theatrical, original, and alternative. This is 7 minutes long, but we're still gonna watch it because we're now officially a Paranormal Activity. Look, she gets up like even. I'm different.
Ew.
Interesting.
The first one is so demonic, like.
So demonic. I did know that there's 3 endings though. They're even at different times.
Oh yeah, all of them are.
Oh, the
original's at 3:15.
So the theatrical is what we saw last night. Original, what does original really mean? Are probably almost identical, kind of, but like she's gone, already. Oh, she's living in the alternate. That's the original.
Oh yeah, she screams downstairs.
Yeah.
Right. Ew. She's just standing there staring at him.
It's so weird. Ew. Like all 3 of the screens are trying to like watch them all. Oh, that's so sick.
And now it's 3:15.
In all of the. Okay. No. And also those screams aren't the same.
Ew.
And then the top one, she screams Mika or something like that. Oh, the right one, she's gonna throw his body. There's too many thuds going on. Oh shit, she's just walking in. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen that one before. The theatrical, she's gonna throw his
And
body
she's just
soon.
sitting there. I feel like I saw that one first in the first time I ever saw it.
I've
The
seen
original.
the like the left one first, and then the uh, original. Oh gosh, she's gonna throw the body. Too many thuds. Find out why she's screaming later. Oh yeah. We will find out why she originally screamed. Oh, the alternate. She's not bloodied. Oh, she is bloodied. Oh, she's gonna throw the body soon.
Oh, I'm so stressed out.
She has a knife. Oh, she closes the door. I haven't seen this like other one. I haven't seen that one. Oh my god. No, never saw that one.
Oh my god.
And then she's gonna be all demonic.
Ew. I kind of stopped watching the original one.
Yeah, she's still like on the floor.
I think I remember the original one for sure, and the
I do
theatrical.
too, but I think
I've
saw
never
that
seen
one
that
second.
alternate one.
Never saw that one. You've seen them all? I've never seen them like the alternate. Like the
Ew.
original, I kind of understand why it wouldn't work with like what they were trying to do.
Yeah, considering what we know happens on the second one, because we haven't gotten even to the third yet, but we know what happens on the second.
Like with these movies, I don't know what
She
their
needs to leave.
grand plan was originally. I don't know if they tried to do this as like a one-off, and then they're like, "Hey, this actually did pretty well. Let's do some like sequels." You
Yeah, I
know?
wonder how that worked. Did they have a lot of this written and ready?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, how long are we watching her sit here and fucking rock for?
it looks like it just.
Oh, did the police come in?
Oh, did the police come in?
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
shit.
Why? I totally remember this for sure, but I
Yeah.
just feel like it's been so long.
I might have. I can't remember. Like I didn't see it in theaters. Obviously,
Oh no, I did
Was-
not either.
was 16. There's no way I saw this in theaters. But maybe
even
this
remember
was
who I
the
saw it with.
original.
I know I didn't watch it alone.
I watched it
definitely
with
watched
my
it with somebody.
ex BFF. That bitch.
Bitch. Yeah, I definitely remember this with the police coming in.
What does she do with the cops though? Does she like go all demon on
I
them?
don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, she's been in there for like
A
hours.
long time. Days, I think. Actually,
Is it days?
I think she's been in there.
Ma'am. Ma'am. She's got a weapon.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. They shot her.
Oh yeah.
One subject down. One subject down.
Oh god, it stresses me out.
Clear.
Oh,
I like tap her.
I wonder if she's gonna come up and be like, ah, demonic, you know?
They have their back to her.
Police department.
She's still down there.
Sit the fuck up.
I'm expecting her to get up too.
No.
Oh,
Nope.
dedicated to Mika and Katie. Shut the fuck up. Y'all a picture too.
Whack.
Well, that's the three endings.
Interesting. First movie, 3 endings.
3 endings. I didn't know
Does the
that
second
there
one
was
have
3.
multiple endings?
I don't think so. But I could be wrong now.
I'm gonna look.
You do it. Then we just watch all the endings on the podcast.
Hey, we gotta talk about it. We spent like good chunk of time. Looks like there's one alternate ending, but I kind of
We can save that one. We can save it for like a podcast, and we can look up like all of the actual
that'd be fun.
endings and watch them all.
Yeah, I mean, once we've watched all of the movies, it's too good. Yeah, so Paranormal Activity was great, and then Paranormal Activity 2,
So good. So good.
even better.
Yeah.
I figure, I mean, there's no need to like hold anything back on spoilers.
No, it's been
In my
like
opinion, it's been decades.
like 15 years almost.
Yeah.
Like almost 20. Like let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, no spoilers. We don't need to worry about that. If you haven't seen it, go out and watch it. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
good.
basically, it's a demon like bouncing between, from what we know now, because we find out more in the other movies Shelley's told me.
Yes.
And from what we know right now, there is a demon that possessed a sister in the first movie, or a woman.
Yeah.
I guess we meet her sister in that too, right?
Yeah,
like
we
in a
do. Like we
quick,
do meet
like,
the sister, but she's not like a key
yeah,
character.
she's like very brief.
Yeah, like you could miss her really.
I missed her, honestly. I kind of forgot about it. And then I was like, oh yeah, she was in the first one, huh? And she basically gets possessed. And then in Paranormal Activity 2, we get to meet her sister, who we just briefly talked about. And she has a son. And that really excites the demon.
Yeah,
But
the
it's
demon's
based
like, hell
a
yeah.
year or so prior
I think
to,
it's 6. Yeah, a year or a
Like,
year. Or
6
so,
months
because
to a
like
year.
that kid grows up a little bit during the movie.
Well, yeah, like we watch it be born, right? And
Yeah,
then
basically.
it's like around a year old. He's like around a year old by the time, maybe 2.
I would
Well,
say
he's like
close.
walking and stuff.
Yeah, you know better than me than what stage kids are when
He
they do
looks
things.
like he's around 2 in the movie, like maybe a year and a half.
Okay.
But then again, it's an actor child. They might be the kid. The
Yeah.
intention of the kid's age could be younger.
I'm going to say that he's supposed to be
So.
1. Like
Yeah.
by the end he's supposed to be like 1-ish.
Yeah, I agree. And
Yeah.
in the second one, basically, we find out why and how the girl in the first movie becomes demonic.
Yeah, gets like possessed, and why the ghost like focuses on her instead of the other family.
What would y'all do that are like in chat if someone in your family or yourself like was freaking possessed? Like,
If I found someone like possessed,
like, how would you know? I mean, yeah, how would you deal?
I would call up someone, and be like, I
are
need
you
all
calling?
the exorcism people up here.
Who are
Calling
you
up all the
calling? Are you calling
churches. I don't know.
priests?
I don't know. Maybe. Or
Me
like
too. Like, I don't feel like I have a lot
like
of
ghost
options where I
people?
live.
Ghost people? I don't
Call
know.
Ghostbusters?
Maybe.
Calling Dan Aykroyd?
I might.
Yeah. Yeah, Aykroyd
like,
is in the
I-
Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I really don't know if, like, I came across a situation like this. First of all, I'd be like, you need to deal with this a lot faster than what you dealt with it. Like, you should have called like, going back to the first one, she should have just ignored her shitty boyfriend and just called that demon guy right off the bat. Like, really. Be like,
Because the demon got too strong.
exactly. Like, I'd be like, Amika, I'm sorry, but you literally don't know anything of what's happening here. We've been dealing with this demon guy for a while. It just he like kind of disappeared for a little bit, and now he's showing up again. So you don't know shit, so I'm gonna go call this demon guy.
Yeah, they took way too long because the demon guy was scared
Like the
to
ghost guy
deal,
was scared.
or the ghost
Because
guy too. But yeah,
yeah, like no way.
the professionals were too scared.
Yeah.
The
Cause
nanny was the only one that was able to do it. And did she get cacked too? No,
no, I don't think she died.
she left
She gave them the tools and then pieced
and then
out.
pieced, right?
I believe so.
I think so as well. Oh my gosh. And yeah, so in the first one, I think I would have see when I would have started hearing weird heavy see, but the boyfriend like is asleep through most of that. She's the one that's waking up because it's trying to get her attention, but he does wake up eventually.
Eventually.
But it's just not soon enough. I don't know. I was starting to get I had okay, personal experience. For those of you that don't know, at the end of September, my mom passed away and I had to deal with cleaning up her house. And I was cleaning near this cabinet, and this fucking cabinet had like a magnet door to it. So it was stuck. And it's not like it had like creaky wooden floors to where it would manipulate the dresser to like open from gravity, from like maybe moving or something. Like it's concrete floors essentially with like fake tile or something on top. Anyways, there's like flooring on top of it, but it's not wood. My point is it's not like moving. It's not a moving floor, right? And this, because you want to analyze this. Am I going fucking crazy? Is this what I think it is? I assume it's her, but this freaking door opened like right in front of me. Like there was no explanation for it. It didn't get tapped open. It was, those like magnet shut,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
some cabinets have them specifically in like motorhomes, so the cabinet doors aren't like flicking open and stuff like that. This fucking shit opened, dude. And so like I'm just saying that if that, granted, I felt comfortable because I'm like, hey
It's your
mom,
mom. It's your mom. Yeah.
and if it's not her, the other person that could be there, I knew too, so I acknowledged them as well. And so like just in case, but I also turned around and was like, what the fuck is this shit to my mom because I was cleaning up after her ass.
Yeah, exactly.
but put it in perspective of that, if that shit was going down aggressively
Nah.
in your existence,
Mm-mm.
wouldn't you like maybe reach out for help sooner, or would you just like
Depends on how
suffer?
you feel
Like,
about
I
it,
don't
really.
know.
Totally. Okay, Jordan can retell this story, but I got a BRB, but I could hear everything. Okay.
Okay.
Got to run to the bathroom for a sec.
I got you. I understand. Woo, Jordan. Thank you for the raid. Oh, he's gonna wait? Oh, you're gonna wait? Okay. Okay. So yeah. Not coming in chat, just gonna type. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Okay, we'll wait for Chelly. So yeah, paranormal activity. Like, has anyone else like we'll wait for Jordan's story, but anyone else in chat have any ghost type experiences that you've had? Like, I can't say I've had a lot, but like that was definitely one of my experiences I've had that I can recall correctly. Death is such a trip. Like we mentioned earlier, like Chelly, in her line of work, there's potential that she could have a tenant pass away or whatever, and you have to deal with that or whatever. Seeing a dead body is fucking crazy. And the only thing I can say in hopes that they're like intact, obviously, she had to go to the bathroom, so she turned her camera off. Um, but it's just essentially like the person's there, but they're not. And that's like the weirdest and hardest part. And it all depends on like obviously the process of decomposition and all that. But um yeah, and then you deal with like so then there's that three ending part of the movie that we just watched. I'm sorry, I'm going back to that. Can you imagine being those cops? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of tripping on this whole thing because it's obviously just a movie, but it's like I feel like hypothetically this shit could almost kind of happen these days because it kind of feels like it happens already
I'm
with like the way the world is. Hi, welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Back in. Oh yeah, this moment.
You want me to read it out loud?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Back in Saskatoon, it was cold out, jacket on, but kept my hood down. Standing on the balcony smoking on the third floor when suddenly something pulled hard on my hood from behind. Enough to make me step back away from the railing, which I wasn't that close to. Ew, it creeped me out.
Yeah, it was so
Ew.
creepy.
Ew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a weird situation. Like he
The-
was all creeped out. Like he was bothered
I would
by
have been
it.
bothered. I relate to that as the story I just shared about the cabinet door at my mom's house. Like you were physically touched though. That's like,
That's
I don't know.
creepy.
That's an invasion of privacy. It's a, like
Yeah.
in my opinion. Like, no, thank you. You're violating my personal
Excuse me?
space.
Please
Get
don't
outta
touch my
here.
hood. Thank you.
It was weird because it's not like a guardian angel was saving me. I was really nowhere near the railings. I don't know, whatever it was.
Well, maybe they
Well,
just
but
just
maybe
panicked.
they still felt that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe they just panicked a little bit, going, "He's a little closer."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's weird. That's
Hell.
weird.
Like I've had two situations. One of them was when we were in our first, our first building here, and it wasn't me that did I'm saw or heard anything. It was actually Patrick, and he got oh man, he got fucking spooked by something. So we were in our suite just hanging out, doing our own thing. So like the living room is like here, and then there's like a hallway leading off to like our like rooms. And Patrick was like going down the hallway, and then all of a sudden I see him stop and turn around and just bolt it, and then he ran into our screen door. Like he like
Oh, buddy.
at full speed, and I'm like, what the fuck was that about? So like we tried to get him back to that spot, and he was like fighting us. He was puffed up. He was like not
Interesting.
cool. He got all puffy. Yeah, he puffed up, ears back, and bolted. And like I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So like I picked him up and I tried to bring him there, but no, he wasn't having it. And like I tried to bring out treats, and Patrick, like he loves his treats. He loves his treats. And I'm like trying to make like a trail to like bring him back, and he's like all scared, and he grabs a treat and he's like,
buddy.
and like he tried to run out onto the balcony through the closed door, knowing it was closed. And like I picked him up, and I'm like our room was like the main spot that he got really scared. And then I'm putting treats down. He didn't want to eat the treats. He wants nothing to do with that room. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's
Weird.
never reacted like this to anything. He got so scared. And
I think there was something there, you guys.
there has to have been. To. Like, there's no way. Yeah, it took him a long time to calm down. Like, he was spooked.
Yeah.
From nothing. Like, there had to have been a ghosty or something there.
Yeah.
But it happened only the one time. But, yeah, Patrick was not a fan of whatever it was. From nothing or something. But, like, the fact that he reacted that strongly and has never, even to this day, got that scared of anything, I think that says a lot.
Yeah. Totally. I agree.
Like, it would make sense if he was scared of, like, everything, but nah. He's a pretty brave cat.
He's pretty chill. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that was one experience with, like, the cat, at least. And one other time when I was a kid, and I was our family was in Vernon, and I was in my bed, so I was like underneath my sheets because as a kid I would sleep with like my sheets like I would be like wrapped up like this because I watched too many scary movies like as a kid, and my thought process was nothing can touch me if my whole body is under the blanket. Like legit, like that I slept like that because the demons it can't get me if my head's not showing, like type of thing.
If
But
I
like
don't see them, they don't see me.
exactly. But there
Aw.
was this one night, I remember this so, like, it was so real. And I was in bed, sleeping with the blanket, like, over my head. And then all of a sudden, at the foot of my bed, I felt, like, pressure. Like, as if something was, like, trying to, like, crawl on the bed. And it was, like, not on me, but, like, on my sides, like, going
Ew.
up. And I was like, no. Like, I didn't look because my blanket was my shield.
Yeah.
And like there was
It's a
just
good shield.
pressure, and like we did have a dog, but that's not how a dog climbs up on the bed. So like they're all like ugh, clunky, you know?
Yeah.
And also
Yeah,
like the
they, like,
reach.
they usually like step on you too.
Exactly. And like the reach was just it's too far for like a dog's arm, you know? But like yeah, and then just all of a sudden like it just stopped. It was weird. It was super super weird.
I don't like it.
Not me neither, but like it only happened once. It never happened like any other time. It just happened once. So it feels too real. I don't feel that I like dreamt it. But even though I do have like very like sometimes that like super like realistic ghosty dreams.
Yeah.
like a couple months ago I had a weird ghosty dream where like we were in the bed and like there was like a ghost like pressing down like on my chest, and like I feel like I was
No.
like half awake because like I don't know, I could feel that in my sleeping state I would not breathe, you know?
Yeah.
And like I would feel like pressed down. Like I sometimes get like those vivid weird ghosty dreams.
That's scary.
That's the only way that I can explain what these things what dream it is. It's a
Yeah.
weird vivid ghosty dream.
Oh, that is not a fun dream.
No, it was weird, and then I
Do you
got
wake
up.
up like feeling really like kind of scared
Not
or just kind of neutral?
scared, more like I don't know. Like yeah, exactly. I don't really feel anything. I'm just like, oh, that was
Like the fuck was that?
the fuck was that? That was weird. I'll just go back to bed, I guess. But like it lasts for like a while, and like I swear, like in my sleeping state, I like when it would press down on me, I couldn't breathe. But I don't know. I
No.
don't know. It's weird.
I don't like that. That's
Yeah.
scary.
Like I don't get them a lot. It's like once in a blue moon I get like these weird
Oh, fuck those
vivid
ghosties.
ghosty dreams where like I'm also like half I'm asleep, but I can like wake up and like I am actually awake, but then my dreams like if my eyelids are so heavy that I can like not stay awake like in my dreams, but then
Yeah,
I'm like
your
forcing
lucid
myself
dream.
to wake up, and then I'm kind of awake, but my eyelids are so heavy.
Yeah.
They're just
You're like dreaming, but you're like not.
and like I'm like I gotta open my
Yeah.
eyes, and like I'm struggling so hard to open my eyes, like
Yeah.
in my dream, and then like actually like in my bed, like I
Yeah.
go back and forth.
Oh, what a crazy part of sleep that is, isn't it?
It really sleep is weird. Sleep is so weird. Like the dreams,
It's like so
like
necessary.
it is, and like the aspect of dreams and stuff like that is so weird.
I don't,
So weird.
I don't know. Some dreams I'm like, I don't know. I had a really good dream the other day.
Hmm?
Yeah, and I don't remember like exactly what happened now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, day of it was like, but I just remember feeling like really good in the dream, and it was just
That's
like you woke,
good.
like I woke up like just like kind of stoked, from that, because like you
Yeah.
hate to have a dream that like
Bums you out.
kind of sets your mood for the day.
Yeah.
Like that's like almost one of the worst.
Yeah.
Having a mood setting dream.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So,
Do you recall a movie? Oh, go ahead. You go ahead first.
oh, I was just about to ask, like, in your dreams, do you normally, like, see your dreams, like, through your eyes? Or, like, do you see you in your dream?
That's a good question. I'm
Like, do you
normally
see you
first
in your dream as
person.
if, like, really?
Normally.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Most of mine, my dreams, the best way I can explain is how I see them is, like, it's like a, a TV show, but I'm still in charge of me, you know?
That is so cool.
Like, that's the best way I can explain how most of my dreams. I rarely have like what I look like. I'm a first person dreams.
You know, I don't have enough full body mirrors, I don't think, to like give my
Oh,
body or my brain like an image
I don't have
to create
any
that.
full body mirrors. Are
Because
a
what am I
no
going
in
off
my
of? I really
house.
don't know what I look like very often. I mean, here up, chest up, I mean, we have kind of a full body mirror, but it's like, no, it's like a 3/4.
Now that you say that, the me in my dreams doesn't look like me,
Like
but it is.
you,
But it is
but
me.
you know it's you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of cool, dude.
Yeah, that's kind
I
of
feel like I've had some dreams. I had this one really crazy dream once where I was being chased by somebody and I was in San
Ooh.
Francisco and I got into a hotel room and a lot of that was like the third person version of me, but it wasn't me. It was me.
Yeah, but
Like
not
it was
you.
me. I saw me, but like I was a badass me, you
Yeah,
know? Like
yeah.
that wasn't like me, but I was
Yeah, it was a
like,
different you. Yeah.
yeah, that was like Avatar me.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I remember like hiding and then getting into this room that I had a key for somehow. And I go into it and I go into one room and it's like crazy. It's just like San Francisco. It's just like old, like it's hard to explain. I don't know. San Francisco just has a style. It's just the way
Yeah.
the wood works and the doors and it's I don't know, just the fixtures and everything. And then I go into the next room and there's a man dead in a bathtub. And then
Oh
I
my
go in the
God.
next room and it was a balcony and it was just like that was one of the I'll never forget that. There's some dreams, I don't know about you, that like
Yeah.
are just stamped
Yes.
in my brain. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Specifically. That's why I brought that one up. And I like escaped out the balcony and got away and then I don't remember the rest of the dream after that. But that was a really good dream. And the Golden Gate Bridge was right there. I was by the wharf. Like it was fucking crazy. I'm like, why am I in San Francisco? I don't know. There I was. What about you? What's a substantial dream you recall? Beyond the one that you said about your chest, which fuck that guy, whoever's sitting on your chest.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I remember, like, I don't know, a core amount of my dreams. Like, I remember a lot of dreams. Like, I'm Jordan. He never knows his dreams. I always ask him every morning, what did you dream about? And he's like, I don't know, nothing. And I'm like, oh, goddamn. So boring.
Boring.
Boring. But like I can like recall a lot of my dreams.
Yeah.
So like there was this one I had this a long time ago, but like for some reason like I always like think about it. It's like I was in like a glass square, like a glass cube. And it was really big,
man.
like a room. And it was glass
Sure.
and like the grudge was on like the other side of this glass and I was like, if she gets through there, I'm fucked. And she was all like running around the glass
Doing
and
her
like
grudge thing.
like doing her grudge thing and like that bitch, that grudge bitch, she haunts my dreams a lot of the time.
Oh,
Like
is
that
she there a lot?
that movie truly traumatized me when I saw it. It truly traumatized me so bad. Like, I see that bitch everywhere. Everywhere. Like, every time I'm doing the hallways and, like, there's, there's
Bye.
a corner, I'm always like, ugh! And, like, there's nothing
Ugh.
there. And I'm like, oh, the fucking grudge was there. She's
You always see it
always...
everywhere.
I do see that bitch everywhere. I remember
For
just as I
me-
wake up.
Well, the emotion of it isn't so terrible, as long as it's not a bad dream.
I've had a
Like-
dream once when I was like bawling. I woke up and I was like just
Yeah.
fucking like bawling
Oh,
my eyes
that's
out.
the
And like I had a
worst.
dream that like my dad died. Like I don't mean to laugh, but like in the dream, my dad died, but there was also a dragon. Don't know why. But my dad died in there.
Okay.
And like I woke up
Yeah.
and I was like sobbing. I woke up sobbing, and I'm like just calming myself down.
Too much. Too much.
Yeah. And like there was one time where I actually like woke up. I'm laughing, but I don't know what was happening. But like my laugh woke me up. I actually woke up. I was like, and I'm like, oh no. I woke myself up by laughing at something.
There was this one time that Kona fell asleep on the couch and our friend was there, was over. Most of you know Steezy. If you don't, it's a friend of mine. He was over at our house and we're sitting there chatting and like Kona had passed out. We had been drinking a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna be real. And anyways, we're in conversation and Kona like looks us dead in the eyes. He's still sleeping, okay? He looks at Steezy and he says, Jerry Pan. And then just goes right back to sleep. And Steezy looked at me and he's like, what? Did he just talk? Yo, man, that's really fucking creepy. He was so fucking creeped out. And that's been an ongoing story for a long time with people because Tono was just like aggressively talking in his sleep out of nowhere. We were cracking up. I don't know about you, but I actually don't know. Kona hasn't mentioned it in a while, but like I used to be a big sleep talker.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What kind of stuff would you say?
Some stuff that wouldn't make any sense. Some stuff Kona would try to like have conversations with me, and there would be times where like I would fade out of sleep and like kind of come to, and I'd like be a massive bitch and respond to him like super bitchy because I'm like, back off, I'm sleeping. And then he'd be like, damn it. I was trying to see what kind of conversation I could manipulate your dream to be.
That's funny.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jordan, he doesn't sleep talk, but like sometimes we'll be like sleeping and like he'll wake me up or something and he's like, ah. Ugh, like he'll make noises like that and I'm like, what the fuck? And then it startles me and I'm like I'm always like, if he doesn't want like one more time then I'm gonna
shake him.
Like shake him or something.
Yeah.
But he never does it that one extra time after I choose
just enough where you're sitting there watching him sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Well there's been a couple times when I've done that because I think there's been twice where I'm like, he needs to wake up. He's having a very stressful dream of whatever it is.
We need to calm down.
Yeah, so I've woken him up a couple times going, hey, wake up. And he's like, oh, what? And I'm like, you were having like a bad dream or something. How nervous Kona was when he first asked you. That's not this podcast. But was he nervous?
I wouldn't say so.
No?
So Steezy actually is the one. So I had kind of the hangout house at the time. So, and I hung out with a lot of like guys at the time. Like I was just kind of like one of those tomboy,
just kidding.
Tom girl, whatever. No, nothing like that. Not
I
like,
know, I'm just teasing
I definitely didn't touch just a lot of, because they were all, I was the oldest one there for a while where I was the booze buyer. All right.
Yeah.
Long time ago. But Steezy's the one that like introduced Kona to me and brought him over to my house. And then we just kind of started hanging out after that. We didn't really ever like, he never really like asked me out.
He just was like just a thing.
We just kind of like, well, okay, I lived in an apartment above the local store. So like, if you wanted to get a drink there, you could also come say hi because I lived upstairs.
Yeah.
So like,
Sup,
people came by a lot. Hi, Brew. I don't know. That'd be something we'd have to ask Kona.
Yeah.
On like how nervous he was, because I couldn't say. I
True,
couldn't
because
say.
deep down he might have been super, and you just have
He
no
could have
idea.
been really nervous.
You
Yeah.
just thought he was playing it cool this whole time.
He did say that one of the reasons he was attracted to me, which cracks me up now, is that he was hanging out at the time I lived with my little brother and heavy pot smokers at the time. We were in our early 20s. Conan and I were 22, 23 when we met. So we were, right at that prime time of just having a blast. And
Yeah.
I had gone to sleep because I worked at the store below. And I woke up, but I didn't have to work the next day. I just woke up in the middle of the night. Just something I would do if I just that was my existence. And I apparently caught his attention because I smoked a fat bong load and then ate a full bowl of cereal and then went to bed afterwards. And he was like, "Who is this woman?
This
Where
is
did
my
she come
soulmate.
from?" Yeah, and that's one of the things he told me, and I was like, "You are what?" And I was always immediately attracted to him when I first saw him because I saw him before all that, and he was taking the local bus to work, and he has really nice legs, so I was very much attracted to his long legs. He's 6'5", so yeah.
Those damn legs.
Anyways, still got great legs.
Mm.
I mean, all of him is good looking, but
But
definitely
them
those
legs.
long legs. Yeah,
Them legs.
yeah. Something about legs, man.
All about them legs.
Why? Ew. You don't like legs?
Jordan's got this thing about his legs, which I guarantee you, they got very similar legs. Like Kona and him, I bet have similar legs because like they're tall
Probably,
and
'cause they're
skinny.
tall.
Like yeah, I bet you that they
Agreed.
have similar legs.
I got hair legs. You got hair on your legs.
We all got hair on legs.
Seen them hairs.
I always got hairy legs. We always do.
You come in here all excited. I got hair legs. And then you're gonna fix it with hair. We got you. We got you, Keens. How you doing, Keens?
All over your body,
Super
illegal
skinny
people.
chicken legs.
Well, Cleese clearly likes super skinny chicken legs. Like that's clearly her thing.
He's got a little bit. He's got some muscular going on there.
Oh,
They're
yeah?
not super skinny. I don't know about Jordan. I assume there's got to be a little bit of muscle going on. I don't know. I haven't seen all of Jordan's legs. I've only seen the burnt crisp version of Jordan's legs from Mexico.
Yeah, Jesus. Those fucking legs, man.
Poor things.
So red.
Enough muscle to stand and walk. That's about it. Yeah, exactly. What a crazy stream this is tonight.
I know. Oh my god. Oh, those random shit. Like the funny thing is that the new old podcast that just came up on YouTube is that one that we didn't unmute ourselves at the start.
Yes.
And like I press play and I'm just cracking up because we're just chatting. We're just like oh, we gotta tweet, we gotta change our title, and like we're just chatting and like the waiting screen's on and it's just it was cracking me up.
We're just like doing our thing. It's such a blooper. I love it.
It's okay, you guys talked about the movie for 5 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, off and on from 7 to 8.
We'll talk probably more once we watch the other movies.
The ones that are like newer to us too. Like Goof, you watched them with us. What
Yeah,
what
because
were
like
your
this
thoughts?
Yeah, you were like you've never seen these movies.
Same
I'm
with
pretty
Brew.
sure.
Yeah. I know
And-
Brew was having a tough time getting through the second one because the second one was a little tough hearing that baby cry. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little like, not only is it like, crying baby, but also like, oh my God, is that child all right? Is this demon gonna go fucking steal
on
this
the child?
baby? Like the heck is happening, I don't think my opinion counts for that second one, exactly. Then we started talking about dreams, that's right. That square in the grudge sounds fucking scary to me. I first saw it knowing it wasn't real, even though that's how they passed it off. Okay.
Man, I was so scared the first time I saw it because I was part of that gang that I thought it was real.
Oh, I was so, especially the first one. I was in it. I thought that shit was like the new real Blair Witch, you know, like
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
how YouTube is now, how people like go into
Yes.
fucking houses and shit and edit their videos and like might have ghostly experiences. We don't really know, but like
Yeah.
I assumed it was that.
You same.
It was in that generation of like real world and road rules and all that shit where reality TV was really kicking off. No idea it was a movie at first, and they make it clear in the end. There's no credits.
There's
You
no
don't know.
credits. Exactly.
So
And, like,
that was very interesting.
Growing up, I never watched Blair Witch, and honestly,
Me neither. I still have
I
never
honestly
seen it.
barely even heard of it when that movie came out. Like I was 16.
Yeah.
Like finally watched it with my friend, and it's
Okay.
fucking boring. It's
Is it?
so boring.
I've never seen it, and I just feel like I don't understand it. Like I should probably watch it so I can get a grasp of it, but like, I don't know. Is there something scary that happens? Ever?
Not a whole lot, honestly. Like
Just a
it's
little bit
more,
of jump scare
it's
here and
more
there?
of watching her freak out and like kind of like I don't know, feeling freaked out for her. But I just feel like with the way that like paranormal activity did it, to me those movies were way worse. And like I just
Yeah.
feel like Blair Witch now after watching those is very boring.
It's underrated, yeah.
Yeah.
Or overrated, I should say.
Saw The Grudge in theaters. Oh, you brave soul! I watched The Grudge for the first time in my friend's I'm a camper van, and we were like her camper van like had like a TV and DVD player. So it was like us 5 girls on this tiny bed with like this screen that is literally as close as this screen here of us watching the fucking Grudge in like the camper van in like this rainy dark night, being so scared. Oh my god. And we were like I don't know, probably like 12, 13 at that time, just screaming bloody murder watching this movie. And it's changed my life. I see that Grudge everywhere.
I mean, she's creepy.
She's fucking creepy. And like the whole concept, like you find out, I think in the 3rd Grudge, because there are a few Grudges,
Yeah.
that she follows whoever sees her. So no matter what, she will take, like, she will never die. And I think like that thought of it kind of like really fucked me up.
Yeah. So you always see her.
Yeah, I always, in the corner of my mind, I always, like, see that fucking bitch everywhere. It's always the Grudge. It's always, like, that black hair and her fucking white outfit and the child. Like, no. I see her everywhere. Okay, extradition, so no matter. You don't, I'm alien things. Like, Jordan doesn't like it either. Like, that shit terrifies him. He gets so scared.
I want to see the Blair Witch just to get it off my checklist, by the way.
We should
Jordan.
watch it. We should watch it
We
once
should
like
watch that.
like once like we're done all of the other movies. We should
We
watch
should-
Blair Witch.
We got to make this a thing now because we're going to have to watch all the Grudges.
Oh,
What about like Saw?
I love Saw. I will watch Saw any day.
Those ones fuck me up, dude. The whole like torture.
Saw, really?
It kind of fucks me up a little bit. The whole like torture and like having a device attached to you and like I don't
Yeah.
know about it. I don't know about that, dude.
True. Like I feel like
Hostel.
Oh,
That's a good
Ho-
one with Bruce Willis. That's one of my
No, no,
favorites.
no, no,
Or-
no, no,
oh,
no,
am I
no,
doing
no,
a
no.
different one? I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
Hostage. Excuse
yeah.
me.
I'm like,
I
no,
think
that's
I've
not the
seen
same.
Hostel.
It's when like
I've
those
seen
guys
it.
like they go on a trip and like they go to like a hostel and then they get like
Yes.
kidnapped and it's like a torture
Yes.
like rich people paying for
I was gonna say,
People
aren't they?
get-
Don't they kind of go to like a what they think is like a like a sex house. What they think, like, isn't that kind of, or is it not? Is that, am I thinking of something else?
I
Different
mean,
movie.
maybe you
Used to
think
see a lot of horror
Human
movies
Centipede
back in the
was
day, but
Human Centipede was nasty.
I have to rewatch Hostel now because I definitely remember seeing that back in my teenage years. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. Probably.
But yeah, The
Yeah.
Grudge, like I'll watch it, but like, it scares me so bad. She haunts my life.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my first ones was which he's so dumb seeing him now, but as a kid he fucked me up, was Michael Myers. He's
Really?
just so he's like so boring, right? There's something really creepy about how he's like always there. He's
Mm.
always like right behind you. He always gets a way out. He's just fucking creepy.
Hmm.
He's being like in the mirror. He'd be
Yeah.
someone I'd see in the mirror like as a like younger, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel
Definitely
that.
not as an adult now. It's been a long time since I've been seeing Mikey on in my mirror, but
Like, to be
yeah, the
fair,
first Halloween.
I never watched those movies until like probably a few years ago.
Mm.
Like if I watched that as a kid, that would probably like scare the shit
Mm-hmm.
like out of me. But the good, like my dad and I would always watch scary movies. But he was really good because he's like, you can turn it down, like like when like you get scared, because like you know how like the music plays it up, you know. So I'd be
Mm-hmm.
sitting there turning it down, and he'd just be watching, and then I'd turn it back up when it's over.
It's like,
Yeah.
uh-uh.
So like he was really good at like, you can watch it. It's just you can be in charge of the sound, and whenever you get scared, we'll just mute it.
Twisted mind to make that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as usual. Would he be asleep? He was pretty good because when we would watch like scary movies, it would be like during the day, like not like it would be like around 2, which he'd be okay around 2. But if we watched it around 5, he'd be sleeping.
Out. That's too funny. Can you remember your first horror movie that you've ever
First
watched?
horror movie.
Or
First,
like what the first one that like was substantial, I guess, in your memories?
like it's hard to tell because like there was a lot of
Right.
things, like a lot of things in, in normal movies that scared me.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That's fair.
what scared me?
If
But
we're gonna go
wasn't
down that route, Dumbo was my very first one.
really,
Oh yeah.
what part about it?
When they get drunk and they're pink elephants
Okay,
and they're like floating around, that shit fucked me up as a kid. I still get cringe about it. I
like
haven't seen
there's
it,
so
but
many.
that's not a horror movie. But that's if I
No,
was to pick a moment of a movie that really fucked me up, that scared me at a
yeah.
the youngest that I could remember, it was that scene in Dumbo.
A normal movie that scared me. I have a couple, like 2 key ones that always scared me. Was it with like I'm never like I'm never ending story, with like the
Oh, good
yeah,
one.
that one scared me quite a
I
bit.
forgot about Neverending
And the
Story.
second one that would always scare me really bad was E.T. When those
Okay,
like when like
that's
they're
legit.
dressed in white and like they're wearing the suits and they're coming in and like killing him essentially, that that scene scared me so bad as a kid. It like upset
Mm-hmm.
me. I couldn't watch
Mm-hmm.
it. Nah, I couldn't deal with that. The
Mm-mm.
source of my trauma. Thank you, Brew.
Yeah,
And I'm hoping we're
yeah,
talking about like this, like you feel the same about that scene, because like those guys in white, like they scared the shit out of me. And like there's tons of other
Disturbia.
things
Okay,
that scared me a lot. Like for instance, I'm in like Snow White, like that witch apparently would scare me.
sure,
And
100%.
my parents would have to like skip past her.
Yeah. I just had like a very specific memory of like when Bambi's mom died as well, and like not being afraid but just being kind of stressed out because like the flashing and it's just like really intense and like shit's going down.
Yeah.
And Fantasia, when the magic gets a little too
Mm.
strong and Mickey loses
Yeah.
control. That one kind of fucked me up
I think
too.
as a kid it didn't scare me, but it made me feel feelings, you know?
A lot. Made
like,
you feel like a lot.
I don't
and
know
it
how
was like I was uncomfortable with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which means I didn't like that. As a child, I was like, nope.
I'm out. I don't know like what's
I've
happening
watched it,
here.
but like, I was like
Yeah.
not down with it for a long time.
I only watched Beauty and the Beast. We told her the puppies were just playing with the horse. I don't remember. Like you probably know
Scary.
more than me. I'm
Well,
scared. Spider-Man
especially
1.
in the tiny ages.
Yeah, like I was like huge chicken.
What happened in Spider-Man 1 that I can't? That was Green Goblin.
Green Goblin probably startled
That
us.
was a good one, man. I want to rewatch that. That was a great movie.
Those are good Spider-Mans.
Ugh.
Goblin burning buildings up. Patty
Yeah,
cakes.
that's a pretty gnarly scene. So one of my very first horror films that I remember when I was really young at a friend's house in the neighborhood was Children of the Corn, which I don't recall that movie much anymore because I really don't think I've watched it since. But I do remember it was gnarly and it was something I think that I blocked out a good majority of it because it was so kind of like twisted and fucked up. And I was like probably in middle school seeing that shit, and it was Children of the Corn is a gnarly movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember exactly, but basically kids are like killing people in the cornfields, if I recall correctly. But
I've never seen it, but
gnarly.
I know of Children of Corn.
I was little.
Yeah.
I felt like looking back at little me then watching that, like, you dumbass, what were you doing? I still think of it like, I don't know.
I can't like pinpoint how old I was the first scary movie I saw or what it even was. Like I know that there were some horror movies that like I watched pretty young, but like I don't know what like the first one was, or like the ones that fucked me up the most were first of all the I'm a Grudge fucked me up. The Grudge.
Yeah.
As I made it very clear, The Grudge fucked me up pretty bad. And then at one of my friends, like I'm a birthday party, we walked down to I'm a rent a film at our local renting store. You got and my friend picked out the fucking Hills Have Eyes. Granted, we were like fucking like 11, 12, like young.
Prime age for horror movies.
Like there's literally no way this teenager should have like given us this movie to rent.
Yeah.
It's rated
way.
like R+ or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And oh my god, like we got back and there was like a group of us and we started like we turned it on and I'm like, I am not a fan. I'm not vibing with this. This is disgusting.
It's
like
too much.
No. So then I went home and like I was just like I was bothered by that movie. Like first of all, that movie, if you haven't seen it, don't see it. It's fucked up. It's gross.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
It's disgusting. And like
I've seen it before.
Hills Have Eyes, fuck my like, and I was like just feeling really uncomfortable having seen that movie. And then my parents are the types of like I can go talk to my parents. There is no like, ooh, they're gonna get mad at me for watching this movie. Nah, there's none of that. I've told my dad, I'm like, we watched this movie, and I don't feel good about this movie. And he's like, well, which movie? And then I told him, and he's like, you watched what? And I'm like, the Hills Have Eyes, and he's like, I'm so fucking mad. I'm so, like, not at you, but at the kid that rented that movie to you. So I've never seen them ever do this, but he called the store and he gave them shit. Because he's like, this movie is an R-rated movie or whatever. What is wrong with you for giving clearly teenagers this movie? Clearly kids that are like, tweens essentially. What are you doing? And like he ripped them.
You're
a
way
new
too little
one.
to do that.
he ripped him a full new one, and like he called her mom too, going, "Do you know what those kids watched?" And her mom was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Do you realize?
Do you realize what the
that
kids
movie
just
is?
watched? Like seriously, like
Ugh.
nah, it's that movie to this day. Like it makes me sick. Like it's whoever thought of that movie is a fucked up person."
Well, and some of these horror movies are based, unfortunately, some of them, not all of them. I don't think any of them we've talked about tonight, are based off of like real, like people, like doing fucked up things to other people.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but I can't think of one right now off the top of my head. But there are some out there, and you're just like, holy. To me, is it necessary
Yeah,
to base
like
it off of a real situation?
well, like
I think that makes it almost more sick.
like exactly like I remember one movie that like my friend and I got so fucked up on, and like we were like obsessed about it for a while because it really scared us. Was it's that a, alien one based in Nome, Alaska. I can't remember what it was called, but it has like real footage, quote unquote, and the fourth
The
kind.
fourth kind.
Yeah, that movie scared us so bad. Like it. Oh my god, we were so scared, and we're like, we need to look this up and see like how real this fucking movie is. So
Yeah.
like we Googled where it was, where it took place. And then we found out really quickly, like, the real footage, like, it's all fake.
Oh,
Because the
that's probably
town...
helpful for your brain.
Oh, we were like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Oh, my God, thank God. And then, like, because we found... The main key that we're like, this is fake, was because if you look up where this town is, like, on a picture of this town, it's all flat land. Like, there's no trees, no nothing. It's just flat. But the real filming of it had like trees and forests and shit, and we're like, you're caught. You're not real.
Yeah, this is fake. Still got you.
Oh, it got us good.
That's
Like
where, oof,
the
with
first
movies,
time we watched it, we were so scared. Like, yeah. Fourth God, she dug her fucking colossal.
Never watching a scary movie with a specific cousin ever again. Bye.
Way to extort the missing people from the area. True, like the main thing from that movie is that that town does have a lot of missing people in that
So
particular
sad.
town, but it's not because of aliens. It's because of like drinking and shitty cops and that kind of world,
Yeah.
you know? But
Lack of attention to your community members,
exactly,
basically, in a way.
yeah, and like police people kind of like driving people out of town and just dropping them off with nothing, and they're drunk and they can't get home, and then they freeze and die. Like that's
Fucked up.
a common thing there, but like the movie twisted it around to say that all these people went missing because of like aliens, which is like pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I should watch it.
It's decent. I would give it a watch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Vi.
But
Another movie that, like, alien topic wise, that I have always thought was, well, I should say that always freaked me out, which is a classic, but it's also the newer one because the original one is just funny because you can see strings, but War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
so good.
That's one of the ones that really, to this day, I can't watch the part where they're hidden in the basement and the
Ooh.
fucking
Yeah.
aliens floating around and nope. Shit just fucks me up, dude.
That's such a good movie though. Like
Great movie.
that movie came. Let's say I'm gonna say that movie came out in 2005. Like
God, you're literally just sitting there at the edge of your seat, just like stressed out the whole
The
time. There's a
whole
game.
time. Yeah,
I
there's a
had
game.
no idea there was a game.
War of the
I don't know if I
Worlds.
could handle the game. I think I'd get stressed out. I can't play like games like that. I've come to find out. I just can't. I get too stressed out. I can get away with like playing Dead by Daylight, jump scare. I can play Phasmophobia with friends
Yeah, alone it's
and
really
be
scary.
comfortable. I cannot do that shit alone. I'm
No.
gonna give myself a heart attack. I swear. I will.
Called Gray
Shit
Skies.
scares me.
So
Gray
so
skies,
the
okay.
Tom Cruise movie came out in 2005, and to me
Oh my
like it
gosh.
still holds up.
Oh yeah,
It's
Conan and I just
still
watched it not that long ago.
oh so good.
It holds up so
I feel
good.
like we watched it maybe 3 months ago, and it still holds up so good. Love it.
Were you scared? Is that why you didn't get far into it, Jordan?
Probably.
Or is it meant to be a scary game? Or is it like, you know, like is it meant to be a horror game? Horror.
Horror.
It was creepy, a little too creepy. Yeah. Was it Halloween where there's two youngins having fun in the haystack and then dude gets stabbed in the back and dies? You know what I mean?
That might
It's
be
scary, but I don't know if that's Halloween.
it might be the other one.
Maybe.
It might be Friday the 13th maybe.
Yeah, Jason.
That kind of sounds
That
like
sounds like
more,
a Jason
more of a Jason thing.
Voorhees.
Oh,
Yeah.
rip that game. I love that game.
Yeah.
Snakes on a plane.
Jason fathers brothers Voorhees. Hi.
Jeez.
You know, I need to watch more of the Friday. That's another one. I want to watch like all of these movies, like
like Friday the 13th,
you know.
I watched a few of them because like Jordan was like, you should watch these. So then we watched a good chunk of them. I feel like the first one's like the only one really
Worth
worth
watching.
really worth watching. Like
I kind of agree. I feel the same with Halloween.
like one of them made me so mad. I think we got up to 7. We watched a good chunk of them. There was one of them that made me so like mad that I'm like, I don't even want to watch this like anymore because like it was supposed to be I'm a Jason. And like it just turns out that it was just some other dude. And I'm like, well, this is fucking stupid. I hate this.
Yeah.
This is dumb.
Yeah.
This isn't why I'm watching this. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
made me really, really
I
angry.
would've
And I'm
been
like, I don't
so
want to
pissed
watch
off.
this anymore. This is dumb.
Oof. I feel that.
Snakes on a Plane, never saw it.
never
Never
seen it
saw
either.
it. I heard all the jokes and stuff, but no, never seen Snakes on a Plane.
Have you guys ever seen Deja Vu?
Yes, with Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. Oh, that's good.
Good movie, great movie.
Oh, that's a good one. That's one of those movies that I like rewatched an unreasonable amount of times in my youth, like
Really?
younger year, like right after I moved out from home and I'd be home, just chilling. I'd be like putting on Deja Vu, just be like on the background. I can't help it. I don't know. It's so good.
I haven't seen it much. Like I think if I had to count how many times I've seen it, it's probably like 3 times, but it's still so good.
I gotta say, I really enjoyed a lot of those Denzel Washington movies from like 2000
Like,
about 2012.
Like what's that one? Man on Fire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a good one.
My sister and I watched. There's another one where
Disturbia I also watch a lot too.
he's like he's a cop in a lot of movies.
Yeah,
but
he's always a cop.
he's he's a cop, but he gets like framed or messed up by his wife, and he ends up like being the bad guy. I think I'm trying to remember the exact plot, but I remember
He was in a lot of movies back then.
God, there were so many movies like that too.
Like he was like the big star back then, I feel.
It's gonna bug me because I really like that movie.
Will Smith movie was pretty good. Which Will Smith movie?
Yeah, which one?
You got to be specific. Which one? Did you ever see Fallen? Which one's Fallen? Have I seen Fallen, Jordan?
Out of Time? Is that it?
I think I've seen that one.
Yes, Out of Time. Yes, with Ava Mendez, Dean
Mm.
Cain. Yes, that shit was my shit. 2003.
2004, 2010 was a golden time for
Mm.
Denzel. I think. True.
Yes.
He was everywhere.
Yeah, he was. The Manchurian Candidate. That was 2004. Yeah, homie was sending it then. Out of Time was a really good movie. Really like that one. Inside Man. Deja Vu is just such a good movie. Ugh.
Husband, he's a cop, of course, and the bad guy is a demon who passes from body to body, really wanting to take him over. I don't remember that one. Have you?
Mm-mm.
Have you made me watch it? I don't know.
Which one is it?
Fallen.
Fallen. Mm-mm.
Nah,
Doesn't sound familiar.
you've never. Okay, I've never seen it. Clear.
Mm. Denzel.
Denzel, so many good movies, and now his son's like like on the scene, trying to make a name for
Really?
himself. Yeah,
I had no idea. I'm out of the loop.
he was in that I'm a Tenant with like
Oh yeah.
Robert Pattinson,
Okay.
and he was in another movie with Zendaya, but I haven't seen that one. But he's trying to like make a name for himself.
Yo, she is like super fucking like just pretty and like seems so down to earth and
She's yeah, big fan.
like I'm new to her world,
Same. I don't know. The only thing I know about her is that
but
she used to be a Disney person.
really, okay,
Yeah.
that's where she okay.
That's
she
where
hails from Disney.
Yeah,
All right.
she hails from Disney Channel. But that was like after my time of like watching their shows, so I do not know anything else except for she's in Spider-Man and she just seems kind of cool.
She's just so
When Pikachu dies
I don't know.
Bybor, don't
but-
call me out like that.
Yeah.
I think that was like because that movie was I'm pretty sure the first film I ever saw in theaters. I could be wrong. And I saw it with I'm a goofin. And that and that was I feel like one of my first times dealing with like death in a movie. Cause like
That's hard.
it fucked me up because I'm like, how am I feeling about this? Like Ash is like
I'm never getting this character back.
Ash is turned to stone and then Pikachu kind of dies. Like I don't like I was feeling some feelings that I've never felt watching a movie. I think
Man.
I think that movie was my first experience with like something like that in a movie. Trauma
Yeah.
was real. It was real, and like we saw that with you, and like we were pretty young. Like that came out in like 2000, maybe the first Pokemon movie.
Probably.
I'm gonna say
Probably
it's like
right around
2000.
there.
I'm gonna look it up because I'm curious now. Pokemon. How the fuck do I first movie? 98.
Oh my gosh.
So I was 1998 minus 93. I was 5. I was 5.
Animals and rocks
For crying
and
out-
elements. 5?
I was
That
5.
makes sense. Okay. I saw that in theaters too with my best friend that I've been fortunate enough to make up with, but her and I saw that movie with our dads, and my dad fell asleep in the movie theater. Yeah. So.
Oh jeez. Kids movie for crying out. Yeah, and like it was like at the end it was heavy with like the Pikachu's like slapping each other and like
Yeah.
as a kid I'm like I don't know how I feel about this.
like
I
this.
was like feeling a lot of emotions that I couldn't express.
Yeah.
So like I was like that was like heavy and I felt a lot of things while watching that movie. at 5 years old.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
The first movie I think I saw, no. Ooh, that's tough. I can't remember which one. I think it was Titanic.
Really?
And I was like 10.
I feel like that's really long, but like 10 is you could handle
10 was a
like a
good, I was
3 hour.
really into it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I left that
Nice.
I was holding my hand like, I'll never let go. He could have fit the whole time.
But like the weight and the distribution, like leave her
In theaters.
alone.
In theaters as like with my family. Like I didn't go as a young child to the theaters. My family wasn't into that. I
No?
just didn't do it. I do remember once because that was the like youngest film I got to see in theaters, but like
Hmm.
getting a little older, we saw a lot of James Bond. I remember like my mom and I,
Really?
and then my mom and I went to go see Cable Guy once,
Mm.
and that shit was like just too scary and a little just too gnarly. Cable Guy with fucking Jim Carrey, you know,
Yeah.
shit is gnarly. Mom walked out of that.
Really?
She took me out. Her and I. She didn't like it at all. Yeah, she was not down.
I only
So I never watched it
watched it
since.
like maybe like a year or two ago. Like I've never like before that I never saw it. Jordan's clearly a big fan.
Dude, Titanic was the shit. That was like my shit growing up. I
Really?
loved that fucking movie.
Were you one of those kids that like knew everything about the Titanic, or like were you just a fan of the movie? Because
Um,
like you know that there's some kids that were obsessed with the whole
I would
thing.
say I more just like really enjoyed how the movie made me feel versus like really dove into like everything about the Titanic, but I did always enjoy watching any kind of documentaries about the Titanic because I find it motherfucking fascinating, and especially how that movie starts. It's showing the Titanic underwater, right? Like
Yeah.
present day, like going through it, and then it goes into the story. Like that, if of course, immediately fascinates you on the actual history of the boat and like seeing things. It's just like timeless in a way, like how certain things are just sitting there exactly how they were when it sank, and it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Yes, the two-part VHS tapes. I guarantee it's probably still at my parents' house. Honestly.
Brew. I don't think I've ever watched it fully. Sad. That should be on our list of movies to watch.
Yeah, it was so long they split it into two tapes
Yeah, they
in the
did.
day.
Back in the day, yeah.
And I think even DVDs might have been two DVDs.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or like maybe flipped
They
DVDs.
might have done it like this standard version and then widescreen maybe because they used to do that. I'm sure we all
Yeah.
remember that. I feel like
That
we're
was
all
the
in
thing.
that age group where we can relate to that. Starting to definitely like anyways, not feel old, but just be like, whoa, my technology was way different back then. We were the guinea pigs of technology. So
Uh,
yeah.
such a good movie though. Like, never gets old. Tried to buy full screen. Now all TVs are widescreen. You were
Yeah,
on the
right?
wrong side of history, my friend.
I kind of still have that mentality too. I always want to go full screen, and there's no a reason you want to go widescreen
I
because it
can't
fits now.
like it doesn't really like I don't even think about it. I'm just like if it's widescreen, it's widescreen. If it's full screen, it's full screen.
Yeah,
But there's some movies that do both.
that's true.
Like it's crazy. I can't think of
It's
like the
nice that
most
they do
recent one
that.
I saw was, but like everything in the present day was
Oh,
like not full screen, but like the I can't
16:9 or whatever it
yeah,
is, or the widescreen, or
and then
yeah.
like everything like in the past is like the full screen, and I can't
That's
remember
kind of a
what
cool way to make
what
a
that
movie.
was, but I realized it like halfway through, going, wait a minute, the screens are
Yeah,
changing.
what's happening? I really feel where I am in the time. What's going on?
Exactly. Like, I can't remember what it was, but I thought that that was like a great use of that. Great use. Loved it.
I agree. Yeah, so next week, guys, we're gonna be watching Paranormal Activity 3 Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be
Tuesday
interruptions.
in my
Probably,
Discord.
and probably it'll probably be after I get the kids down. So
Yeah.
closer to the 7:30 mark like we originally planned for yesterday, but I got
So,
to get. I basically was like, "Yo, you went skiing 2 different, like 6 to 8 hour days. I'm taking your night." And so I took his night, and that's why I started early yesterday.
okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm taking yours because my mental health is not okay. You keep like skiing with friends, and I don't like to ski, so I'm taking my night to go watch scary movies with my friends.
It sounds like
It
a great
works out.
plan. Like, not gonna
It
lie,
works
it sounds
out.
like a great
So
plan.
maybe I can do that again on Friday or on Tuesday, but we'll see.
Yeah, let us
No
know.
promises, but I'll
And
let
then
you guys
if
know.
not, then we'll just watch 3, and if we can squeeze in the 4th one, why not?
I mean, they're kind of short,
They are
which is
fairly short, I
nice,
feel.
and they're a good movie size, but like, oh, it's an hour and a half. Like yesterday, we're like, well, we started this early enough, we could definitely slam it, like get 2 out and be done in a reasonable time where we're not all too tired.
Exactly.
So
Why not? Well, will I
it's
know
pretty funny.
what sleep is for the next couple of Tuesdays? Probably not, because they get scurrier and scurrier, I feel.
And there's 7.
And there's 7, possibly 8, because there's talks of an 8th one supposed to come out this year, which is very exciting.
You'd think they'd talk about it a little bit more, right? Like I'd hope so.
I feel like the fandom now is like so like a cult
5 more
thing.
movies. Yeah, that's true.
Like I feel like it's not like a mainstream movie, but like if you're a fan, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 5 more movies on mute.
That is definitely the new. Is it Scream?
Yeah,
The new Scream that
Yeah, the
just
new
came
Scream.
out.
I've never watched any Scream movies ever.
I think that would be kind of fun to check out because that kind of has like the ongoing characters that
But-
are part of it.
Which means that we would have to watch the whole thing, which like I'm
There's a
down
lot.
for. Is there? Because I feel
don't
like
know. Are there?
I thought that this was like the 5th one or something like that. So
Yeah,
I don't know how many there are.
those are supposed to be pretty scary.
Yeah, we should figure out where
I
to
think
watch those.
there's 6.
And add those to the list.
We have a lot of scary. Now we're on like a horror movie
I guess so.
kick.
Well, if we're
Oof.
gonna do that, we have to watch the Conjuring movies, because those are fucking scary, man.
I
They're
thought I heard
so-
that too, Jordan. He burped really loud. And I thought I
he
thought I
did.
heard it too.
He did burp really loud. I heard
Yeah.
him, and I was like, I'm not gonna acknowledge
I'm
that.
not acknowledging that shit. Here I am, like, I did hear it. I thought that's what that was.
The Jigsaw movies are fucked up. Jordan and I are big Saw fans. Love Saw.
Are you?
Save the Conjuring because a new one is coming out right away. Ooh, the Conjuring movies are so scary. Like, oh my god, my sister and I watched them at the first one. And if you think that I'm scared of shit, she's really scared of shit. She's like a chicken and a half, and like she's screaming, and like my dad's like, "Shut up, you're not getting murdered," and she's like
chill out.
like it's just scary. And I saw movies coming out. I was like, God, just let the fucking die. Like, I love Saw, don't get me wrong. It's just, oh my God. Time and a place, and like, how long are you going to drag this out?
Yeah.
Like, I say that, but every movie, I'm like, I like that one. Like, I enjoy them,
that one was good, yeah.
But I'll still bitch about how many there are. 30 Days of Night scheduled for tomorrow, and then great classics for the following week, so I'll have some very nice. And then it just does. Let's all be scared.
Let's just like go into horror flow,
Hell yeah.
into spring. We just are missing fall, so we just, not really. I'm actually really stoked spring's here.
Yes. Give me spring. Give me some, not rain. But it will rain, but
Oh
whatever.
my God, please, can we stop? I mean, I'm grateful for the weather, but can we
Like, for the last few days, it's been nice, but, like, on the 8th, it better not fucking rain, or else I'm having, like, a breakdown, because that's when we're having, like, our Easter thing, so...
Yeah.
Like, if it rains, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. I'm gonna be so bad! Sorry, is in about 6 weeks, in case you want to revisit some trauma. Sure, why not? I will definitely pop in on that one. Never ending stories. God, with the horse dying. Oh my god. And the sinking sand. Oh my gosh. Just that movie, man. Just that movie.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I just remember I think I watched it too young.
Yeah, I agree. I think I watched it too young too.
Yeah,
But then I heard
definitely.
a really sad thing that the girl that was like in that movie, that was her last role because she got like super big once that film like actually came out, and like she got like creeped on a lot,
Oh
like
no.
by like Hollywood people and like other people too, and she's like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. And she just kind of just became a normal kid, which I'm like, that's so sad that like
Yeah.
just people gotta be creepy.
Why are they so creepy?
Dang, after school program.
I remember it being on like a lot as well
I
in my
watched it a lot
youth.
like on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
it
always
was
had
always playing
TV on.
somewhere, I swear.
Yeah. Yeah. I always thought how cool would it be to have a giant flying dog though. That reminds me, I used to love watching the cartoon of Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Hell
The
yeah.
old school one, and that
Oh
shit was
yeah.
that was the shit, dude.
So good. So good.
I don't think I've ever seen the second Neverending Story.
Same. Never seen it.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I knew that there was a second one.
Yeah, me neither. I know. I feel like they're remaking it, the first one though. I
No.
could be wrong.
It's not gonna be that good. It's gonna be
Feel
shit.
like they might be remaking it, but I could be wrong.
No, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, no. Is the second one good?
Is it?
Is that what you're referring to, Jordan? You knew I was
Story.
gonna say the Clifford the Big Red Dog. Yeah, the shit was
Um,
great. They made a new Barney. Did you guys know that?
I heard about
He's
it, and
whack as fuck looking.
is it?
That's
It
yeah.
reminds
I
me of
saw
about
one. I was
people.
like, whoa, that is not Barney. The millennials are pissed. I bet you it's gonna be a whole new Sonic all over again.
So there's like rumors that
I know
Disney's going
Babar.
like Disney's gonna like remake it in 2024.
Oh,
So
see,
I don't know. I feel like with like how real the dog
yeah.
head was and how real things looked, I feel like
It's
they're not going to
it's
be
gonna
able
be.
to like recapture that.
It's just gonna be CGI.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're gonna do. They better do all right. But I feel like they're gonna do all right
I don't
because
know.
think about how like not good it is now, but for the time it was amazing.
True.
Right? So it's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna have that PlayStation game, Last Guardian feel to it a little.
Maybe. Like
Like,
maybe I'm just too close to it. Like I'm just shitting on it, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we'll give it a chance. Like we should watch it like when it comes out.
There's
But
3 for them. Wow.
oh Jesus.
Winnie the Pooh is ruined. I didn't see the new Winnie the Pooh
Yeah, it looks all
that I'm
fucked
aware
up.
of.
It looks fucked.
Yo, I was pissed seeing the new Sonic for sure. I wasn't someone who like made a point to like actively change him, but I'm glad that he did get changed because seeing that movie, you're like, man, could you imagine him being the other one? And the funniest part is that in oh my gosh, there's a movie. I can't think of what it is right now. We've just watched it recently. Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
You describe it, maybe we'll guess it.
Basically they go into, I'm trying to think who they are, but they go into the like where the uh um knockoff like characters are and stuff. I'm trying to think what the fuck is that movie right now? Hold on. And there's like the shitty Sonic. Oh my gosh, why it's like right there on the tip of my tongue. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be very helpful right now. I'm not helpful at all. Why can't I think of this movie?
Yeah,
I've just
I
recently. I
don't
think it's a
know.
kids movie too. Either way, they go into this section where it's all the knockoff brand of everybody, and Seth Rogen's in it. And he's like a knockoff version of like an old video game. And I'm trying to remember what is that movie? No, it's not Sonic All Stars. Seth Rogen's in it. I'm trying to just.
No, because
I can't. Hold on.
Seth isn't in like I'm a Wreck-It Ralph. Mutant Mayhem.
Hold on.
Khalees has got to tell us now because I'm like, God, this sounds like a fucked up movie.
It is kind of fucked up when you think about it. um. Where is it? Oh, he's in a lot of fucking shit. Dude,
He's
here.
in a lot of shit.
He's in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, he's gonna be in Super Mario Brothers. I forgot about that.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
As what?
Isn't he Bowser?
No, I mean that's
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
He's Donkey Kong, dude.
It makes sense. Actually, it totally makes sense.
Is it No. I can't remember the name of the movie though right now. I'm not seeing it pop up right now. I'll have to ask Kona.
It's like all the
I wonder
knockoff
if it's a
cartoons
short.
being made in a factory.
Oh, that's the new Chip and Dale. Thank you. Whoever just said that. It's the new Chip and Dale.
I would never guess that in a million years.
Because Peter Pan is the bad guy and he's fucking up with all these guys. And Sonic, the bad knockoff Sonic, is in that world. Incorporate his terrible art into it. Thank you.
And Chip and Dale's doing what?
Thank you. Oh, well, Chip and Dale. So this is great because. Oh, shit. I always get them confused. Which one has the red nose?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Dale's the black nose, right?
You could tell me anyone and I would believe you.
Rescue Rangers, yes.
Isn't Rescue Rangers and Chip and Dale not the same thing?
So it's a really we've watched it with. It's a really fucking funny movie, actually. There's a lot of adult humor, but you can totally watch it with a kid. Chip is the main character with the red nose. Yeah. So Chip decides to get CGI. And Dale stays as original cartoon. And then it's them having to reunite as actors, not the Rescue Rangers, basically. And Peter Pan's the bad guy. And they have, anyways, it's really, I have to admit, it's pretty good. Yes.
I would never have guessed that with everything.
It's chaotic,
with
but
everything
it's really
that
funny.
that you said. I would never have gone there.
Because the reason Seth Rogen gets involved is that's when Chip and Dale are detectives, like Rescue Rangers, right? And they're going into that world to get, do their detective, like get their information. And Seth Rogen greets them, and they're like explaining that this is like the off-brand part of the world, and he's one of these like terrible video game characters where they never like look at you. That generation of like video game character. Anyways, it's right, Brew. I thought it was pretty good too. I'm like, why is this so familiar? What movie was that? Thank you so much for that.
God.
Yes, Chip and Dale. It's the new one. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
Okay, Chip and Dale.
I made it there. Eventually.
You made it there. You really did.
I made it there. I was like, that's exactly. You're like, wow, how'd you get there? That's how fucking kind of crazy the movie is. Like, it's good. It gives definitely like, the Sonic vibe and like that with like, where you're mixing like cartoons with people, but.
That's funny.
It's good.
That is so funny. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, there's Gumby in
Holy
there.
Shit.
They throw like, there's like knockoff, all sorts of it's just funny. It's great.
That sounds
There's a lot of really good, it kind of has a very similar feel to Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh,
in a way.
Yeah.
Just that chaos of that movie.
Yeah, that's such
like
a good movie.
What the fuck, It's kind of a modern day version of that in a way.
Okay.
But there isn't like well, yeah, there is. There's a specific bad guy.
Peter Pan.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, I kind of spoiled it for anyone who might want to not
that's okay.
know that. Sorry. It's been out for a while. Get around the 2D, 3D. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I highly recommend. And then there's humans. It's just the whole everything about that movie is a trip. A lot of different art to it. So Anyways, well, it's like 9:10. We
Yeah.
normally end at 9, so we'll probably head out here soon. But
Yeah.
swear to God, dude, if Felix the cat and CGI his ass, I swear, oof, scares me. Well, you don't get Pepe Le Pew because he's
canceled.
canceled, and I mean, there's just a lot of things, you know. I hope Felix. I don't know why I had to bring that up, but it's just true. Those were the days. Those are the days of cartoons at times. Fucking Woody Woodpecker. Yeah.
So what do you think? Should we call it a night? Do you want to raid someone? There's a cross stitcher, there's Pop Doris, there's our turtle buddies.
Turtle.
Turtle. Yeah, someone that I follow who cross stitches. There's other people live with stuff.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I don't know. There's a lot of people playing right now, shockingly. There's some, like,
Yeah, it's
on
quite
like
a few, huh?
a normal night, we never really see anybody playing.
Yeah, it's usually kind of quiet, huh?
Should we do the cross stitch girl
Sure.
for funsies?
Yeah.
We'll switch it up. Here's our
Switch it up.
raid command. I need to copy and paste that.
Frog making love.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, you guys, and
Yeah.
listening to us for a
Us.
couple hours.
Us and our random discussions.
And for helping me remember the name of that movie, Brew. Thank you.
Oh my god.
So many like substantial scenes popped up, and I'm like, what is that movie? I'm drawing a blank. Roar.
Like, where's the main people in this where I could possibly guess what this movie
Yeah,
was?
who are the main characters? I don't even know anymore.
Except
That's
for
kind of how chaotic the movie is.
Except for like Seth, like Seth is there, but like that's about it.
Punk Sonic and Seth Rogen.
Oh my god.
You guys all have a great night.
Yeah, you all have a wonderful night. Be
And,
sure to copy that raid button, and we'll catch you maybe when we watch Paranormal on Tuesday.
Yeah, Paranormal 3 on Paranormal Activity 3 on Tuesday. Probably about 7:30 Pacific Standard Time.
Yes. And yeah, and then podcast on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll talk over it and probably get into some more crazy conversation.
Exactly. Well, you
All right,
all
guys, have a good
wonderful
one.
night. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Because we're